Oh, well, hey there, little guy. How are you doing? Oh, aren't you a cutie? Come on out. All right, today we're going to be unboxing a brand called Sill. If you're not familiar with Sill, they are an online plant company. You can buy plants and have them shipped directly to your house. And so that is what we've done for you. All right, let's check out what we've got here. This thing was not babied in transit. It was beat to junk. It's dented, banged up, mangled. It's gonna be really interesting to see how well this thing survives. All right, so this is a direct-to-consumer brand. So we would normally call this in Amazon world SIOC, where it ships in its own container. It doesn't need extra packaging because this brand is boxing their own stuff. As you'll see in a second, it does not have all recyclable components, and so it's not what we would call frustration-free or FFP, because it does have components that will get thrown away, not put by the curb. But yeah, let's talk about what they've got here. So just some graphics. They have some arrows for this way up. There are certain cases where those arrows are required to be on the box. I would say, and they are largely ignored, unfortunately. Does it hurt to include them? No. Is it law that they are paid attention to? No. So yeah, they're on there though. A little bit down here it says the Sill with a line. Some paper, fiber tape, nothing special, but it's robust. I mean, these things, I don't know what the largest plant is that they have, but this one's not tiny and it's not incredibly light. It's about 5 pounds. So let's open this thing up and see what we've got here. All right, the first thing that you're going to see is a bunch of paper dunnage fill. And they're using that to keep the shape to the structure, because this is the main component of the box right here, is this big corrugated insert here. It's got some holes. These bottom flaps here are just to keep it registered side to side. I don't know what the intention was of these, if it was just to provide some room for expansion, or if it was to allow the vase to sit up into those slots. I don't totally know. But what you'll see in here is a plant. Well, plastic. So inside of that is a bunch of bubble wrap. It's an adhesive bubble wrap. So next layer is unwrapping that, and then you'll have a plant, kind of. We got some paper, with some twine on it. And then you'll have a plant. We're pretty much there. You're gonna have a rubber band. Just get the rubber band off. And then you'll have a plant with some of this, you know, wood shavings and stuff in there that in conjunction with the rubber band helps keep the dirt down. This is, you know, just a soil potted plant. As it comes. And yeah, it showed up alive. The holes that are in it are supposed to be there. It's a Swiss cheese plant. There's some documentation in here. And then a little bit of information on our plant, the Cera. We've already named this plant for you, inspired by its name Cera, which means, I think, Swiss cheese plant. We've named it Cera. So what are our thoughts on this? It's quite a bit of packaging. There's a lot of dunnage, void fill, paper wrap, which, by the way, this is a poly-coated paper wrap. The adhesive bubble wrap, the rubber band holding the wood shavings in, the corrugate insert, and the box. It's quite a bit of packaging. But if you don't have accessibility to buy a potted plant or a specific species, maybe that's the right move. I am impressed by the fact that it survived and got here okay. We made a little bit of mess with dirt when we opened it, but it wasn't as big a mess as I was expecting it to be. I just expected it to be destroyed and tattered. But yeah, the way that they brought that insert together and kind of put this thing in a cone, so to speak, and stuffed it in really did protect the plant quite a bit. So yeah, I'm impressed with that. Not a ton in the way of branding or equity, just on-box graphics. They did a good job with communication. They talked a little bit about the materials that were in here, what to do with it, go recycle it. And yeah, gave you the care instructions and stuff. So overall, yeah, intriguing. And at the end of the day, we got a new studio plant named Michael Cera. So what could go wrong? It's alive!